Well, hello from the Scout Learning Center. Hope everybody's having a safe and warm and prosperous 2021. It's raining and dreary outside today, and I thought we'd make a few videos and talk about some of the things we ought to consider when we get ready to plant and plan our corn crop for 2021. The planting of corn is really a precision operation that should be undertaken with a great deal of planning. We get one chance in our corn crops to establish the optimal yield potential. And we get that chance when we put the seed in the ground. There are several factors involved in this process that can only be manipulated either before we plant or during the process of planting. We do a lot of other things in our corn crops to protect that yield potential, but we really establish it at the start of the season when we put the seed in the ground after choosing the hybrids we're going to plant. Here in the Delta, we're going to talk about this in three pretty distinct groups of things to consider. One of those is going to be this pre-plant group we're going to talk about today. We have a lot of row configurations we can use in our various crops here in the Delta. That includes twin row plantings, single row 40, 38, 36, 30-inch plantings. But we need to consider in that very carefully the impact that it has on drainage. If you're farming in a soil type that it is particularly difficult, or you have difficulty going out and reestablishing drainage after planting or during the season, drainage is one of the main limiting factors here in the Delta, and we need to consider that. I realize it's probably too late for 2021 to make radical changes in row configuration, but think about the drainage implications in the systems that you are using this year. Hybrid is a very important decision we make before we plant. That, of course, is mainly based upon the adaptation of the products that are available. Those products have changed in the recent past. We've got some breeding programs that are actually choosing products and doing their work in these high heat index environments, and that's enabling us to have hybrids that are different, and they really are differentiated in their performance in these environments. So we need to consider that. Seed treatment is something that travels with the seed, of course, but we need to think about that from the direction of if you have you're planting into heavy cover and you have a system where you've had a nursery grow up a large number of sort of those miscellaneous seed feeding pests that feed on corn seedlings when they're trying to emerge, maybe we need to make a different decision about seed treatment, try to protect some of those seedlings. Technology, of course, is something that we here at Bayer are particularly concerned with. We have a lot of options when it comes to weed and insect control in the various systems that we can go out and plant in our corn crops. We need to know and understand what those traits offer, what they bring to the table. And also don't forget, here in the cotton growing area, we need a structured refuge. So that has to be included and should be included in the plan we lay out 2021. Now, the last factor I'm going to mention today is planter preparation. This has a great influence on our ability to establish that uniform stand of corn seedlings so that we can get to those yield levels that we have set as goals in our farming for 2021. Things like going out and looking at the planter, making sure the brushes, closing wheels, drive system are all well maintained and greased and doing what they need to do so that we get the maximum benefit from our seed products that we bought, and also our planter is utilized to establish that very uniform population through the year. So I'm going to stop there for today. We'll have a couple of more of these videos over the next few days. We're always here at the Learning Center. If we can help, feel free to give us a call or drop us an email. Thanks for watching.